On today's post, I wanted to share with you the realities and the impact on mental health when it comes to dating. So, what is in store for the dating field or the dating scene due to coronavirus? After, a really long day in front of the computer, as I often do, I decided to finally pull myself away and relax with a glass of vino, which I absolutely love. However, when it suddenly dawned upon me that it's Friday evening and I'm single, and in reality, I should be out and about on dates, trying to meet people. Now, the whole point of this video post is all about the impact dating has on our mental health and well-being. Whilst I agree that one should be happy and content with their own company and being happy is not all about being in a relationship. It is not to say that we don't need or sometimes crave that comfort from another person, whether that be a long-term relationship or just simply dating. We are humans after all by nature, and we need the contact and comfort from others. It just gives a sense of feeling and being. It is hard enough dating in this time as it is. Take it from me. I've been single for some time now. I've done a lot of dating on and off. Now, I often talk to many couples and their responses are things like, I could never be dating now as it all seems far too complicated and hard work. Or dating is not what it used to be. It's lost its value and it's lost its spark. But some say they would love to be dating right now. Mixed messages or ideas of it. Now, dating can be detrimental to one's mental health. The constant debate in your mind as to whether or not the other person is interested in you, or if you look good enough for them, or you're educated enough for them. The insecurities that reveal themselves at the wrong time, and the highs and lows that come with it all. There is a lot behind dating these days. Trust me, I've been there. Though some people have really successful ones. Now, if you're already suffering from mental health issues, the stresses and anxiety levels can be elevated when you are dealing with these mental health conditions. The thing is that we have now found ourselves in a situation with the COVID-19 pandemic that no one, absolutely no one, probably would have ever expected, and where dating is going to bring about a whole new perspective of fears and anxieties for many. The coronavirus outbreak is and will dramatically change our lives, including our relationships with other people, but more so for those within the dating field, if it hasn't done already. It's bad enough as it is, but imagine the people who are single and lonely for some time and the internal impact psychologically that it can have. Not only that, you may be someone who already has severe asthma or medical conditions, which therefore then impacts you having the ability to perhaps date, or there's more fear behind it, so causing more worries and anxiety. I know that the thought of dating for me is pretty daunting, but I'm not ruling it out. For others, it may seem or be something that they are perfectly okay with, but then for how long? With thoughts of maintaining social distancing, the thought of what if I want to hold his hand or her hand, have a hug or a kiss. All of these amazing feelings and actions are impacted negatively, or can be impacted negatively through our thoughts and feelings because of the simple fear of contacting the virus. Now, it is important not to try and let these worries overrule your mind, and that's the trick, and to try and create a healthy mindset around this. So if you are feeling like this and concerned, it is so important that you talk to someone you trust in, or seek support from coaches or therapists to help you deal with the negative emotions and the negative thoughts, so that you can then avoid going down the path of having mental health or mental illness. Now, if you are already suffering from mental health, it's even more crucial to seek support. You know, people have been using dating apps way before the virus. So, do you think the pandemic has really changed and made a difference in the way we date? Putting your dating life on hold, do you think that is an overkill? Or should we still go out, meet people, but be safe and responsible? I think your love life can change in an instant. And if you can manage to go out and manage your mindset and meet people, then why not? As long as you are not irresponsible and you're taking those precautions. I mean, for many, perhaps this is a great time to date online because sex is off the table, or should be. But it is time to really it's a time to really get to know someone and talk to them. A new stage that there is more time to talk, and it's a great opportunity to really to get to know somebody before you have the first date. Yes, we are already texting and messaging, but you can take it a step up. And therefore, when you do meet on the first date, it becomes meaningful. Whilst all of this is great, there is the flip side that you know, when you do meet for the first time, you have to prepare yourself mentally and look at a whole new mindset, a new way of thinking. Because if you don't, then you're just going to stay where you are. And that's where the mental health concern starts to creep in, and that's what we don't want. A couple of questions here. Can you make romantic connections online, and is it going to work right now? Should we be dating during this pandemic? And what's your thought on Zoom dating as we begin into the new norm? I believe that it is important to be honest and open about whether you have been tested or not when you start having these relationships. And, you know, let them know if you've been in contact with people to ease that pressure off. And if that person is not willing to be open and honest or even talk about it, my thought is, what else is that person hiding? Because right now we need to take care. So yes, you should look after yourself first, but that does not mean you don't go out for dates. Just simply be sensible and responsible. So I'm going to leave you with some tips that you can take into consideration for dating. Make sure you are healthy mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Get comfortable with online dating and your mindset. Have tools and techniques at hand to keep you at ease. And after you've been chatting for a while on text or talking on the phone, get onto Zoom as quickly as you can to build that stronger connection. Establish boundaries and communicate them. Be honest and open about your situation with COVID. But quickly come away from that topic and talk about other things other than COVID. Weigh and assess the health risks before you go physical with them. So don't let one bad or unsuccessful meet put you off. As you are in control of your own well-being, that it's going to be great. You'll be able to handle it. COVID is not going away anytime soon, and online dating is probably going to be even more of the growing norm of dating. So let's embrace it. And before I go, it is important that you do seek mental support or health support and talk if you feel the slightest concern or anxiety. Don't let it fester. Now, I would love to hear your thoughts, so please do share your thoughts around this topic and ask any questions and support the people that are going through the fears of dating. It's, as I said, it's bad enough that people have these anxieties and lack of self-confidence before we were in this pandemic. But now that we have this and the whole social distancing, it's brought about another whole new light. But I think if we can get this right, or at least in a calm state, we are going to be able to live in a dating world with more success. And as I said before, just be responsible. Take ownership for your own safety.